Like we discussed in the previous video, as per Dr. Sucharita's suggestions, we've come up with a graphical representation of top 20 state data based on number of active cases. Now, number of active cases over here means the number of people who are actively infected by the virus. So, doctor, what do you think about this bar chart? What does this tell us?
When we look at it retrospectively, this data actually reveals how effective a state is in controlling the pandemic. Unlike the other data, this also reveals the state's excellence in controlling the pandemic.
Mhm. So, but somehow we never get to hear such data being discussed on the media, such effective data. They seem more focused on shaming or accusing a state on how bad they're doing based on total number of cases rather than active number of cases. But I think it's a willful suppression of data suiting their agenda. Now, can we take this information which we saw as an effective measure, or how good is a state's efficiency in controlling COVID?
Yes, definitely. Because if you look at the data, in the month of August 2020, some of the states were occupying the top position in the list. But towards a few months later, these states were sliding down towards the bottom of the list. And this downsliding in the list actually reflects that this is the better performance of the states in controlling the pandemic.
Going by those words, if we look at the top three states, the active cases, Maharashtra and Kerala seem to have a steep rise in the number of cases, and the rise has been consistent. So now they occupy the top two most active number of cases. But somehow there are some states like Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu which have been doing pretty well when it comes to control. If we take the August 2020 data, Tamil Nadu had a active number of cases of 57,000. So at that point, 57,000 people were actively infected by the virus, and Andhra Pradesh had about 63,000 cases. But towards the end, when we take February 2021, Tamil Nadu has about 4,000 cases, and Andhra Pradesh has about only 603 active cases. So from 63,000 to 603, I think those numbers actually represent how good these states were in controlling COVID. Now, what do you think are the factors which contribute to a state's control of this illness?
Your observations are spot on, right? This case study of Andhra Pradesh reveals that the effectiveness or the efficiency and the performance of a state in controlling a pandemic is not a single factor driven result. It is multifactorial. It reflects the state's initiative in formulating a policy. And the second thing is also like how effective it is in implementing that policy, and also how the public is cooperating in actually acting upon those policies. And the second thing is also the efficiency of the healthcare system in the number of hospitals designated for COVID care and management, and also the quarantine facilities and isolation centers designated again specifically for that care. And also the other factor is testing centers, because this is a pandemic which is global spotlight is on the pandemic, so the number of testings which are allocated, and also most importantly the healthcare providers, doctors and other paramedical staff who are trained and efficiently working in the middle of the pandemic to address this. So all these multiple factors working together will definitely decide the success of the state, and the case study highlighted in Andhra Pradesh.
Okay. Now, looking at the data, looking at the southern part of India, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, they seem to have some level of control over the spread of this illness. But at the same time, Kerala, which had reported very low numbers in the month of August and September, all of a sudden started a steep hike in number of active cases, and now it is up to the level of the second most active number of cases. Now, in order to understand what is happening in Kerala, I think we need an expert from that state to comment on it. But I should also add that so far, over this entire year, Kerala's active number of cases has been on the rise, but the number of deaths in Kerala has been consistently low when we compare it to other states. For example, as of February 2021, Kerala has reported only 4,000 cases. But Maharashtra has reported about 52,000 deaths. And Tamil Nadu has reported about 12,000 deaths. Andhra Pradesh has reported about 7,000 deaths. So comparatively, the number of deaths in Kerala has been consistently low. So in order to understand what is happening, why the number of active cases is high and why the death rate has been so low, that is, the fatality rate is so low, I think we'll get an expert from Kerala to comment about this. And we'll be coming up with another bar chart where we can see the percentage population of individual states.